Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Unless you have been hiding in a sort of beauty cave lately, I'm not sure I'd blame you if you were, but at any rate, unless you have been, you have probably noticed a lot of bronzers released. And I just did this past weekend my huge review of, so far, like around 20 or so cream bronzers that are on the market, most of them brand new. The other thing we're seeing a lot of in the powder bronzer department is these kind of glowy bronzers. And we're going to talk about 4 of them today, okay? We're going to talk about the Huda Glowish. This one is a few seasons, maybe 2 seasons old. So, you know, kind of relatively new. But in terms of new products, we're going to talk about the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Bronzer. And, of course, it wouldn't be complete without both shades of the new Fenty Toasted Swirl Bronze Shimmer Powder. So these kind of bronzing and highlighting powders are relatively new, although Huda beat everyone to it 2 seasons or so ago with her Glowish. For the most part, most bronzers tend to be matte. That's why people like me with hooded eyes, will put them in the creases of our eyes. They tend to be matte. They don't tend to be shiny and sparkly. So this is something a little bit new and a little bit exciting. So if you have a lot of bronzers, do you have a glowing bronzer? It would mean a few things. Number one, it means you can use a bronzer like I do. Now I'm going to show you here. I'm not actually wearing any bronzer or highlight right now. I'm going to let these products do all of it. I have 4 products and 2 cheeks, so we'll just do one, and then take it off and do both of the Fenty shades on each cheek so you can see. I don't. This really lends itself to what I do. It used to be that we all did a stripe of bronzer, stripe of contour, very placed. And that's starting, I mean, do what you will. You're all beautiful. And people do it and it looks gorgeous. I tend to like to bronze the whole face, starting at the perimeter and working inwards. I don't know if you could do the whole face with these. It might get a little too Goldfinger, but you can definitely do this whole area and just kind of warm up the perimeter and have a little bit of a summery glow too. So we're going to try that. All right, let's talk about these products. Going back to the past a little bit, because this is an important one to mention when we talk about this, is the Huda Glowish. This comes in 5 shades. I actually have the lightest, number 1 light. It's a soft, radiant bronzing powder. It comes in 5 shades at $31 each, or 3 minis. 3 of the shades are in mini. I love when you can buy a mini because those are only $17. This is a really subtle luminosity, but it did kind of kick this off. Huda was first. Now, in terms of brand new products, and there's other ones out there, but in terms of brand new products, we have a brand new Tarte is on fire. I don't know what's up with Tarte. It's almost like they took a long winter's nap and then just kicked it into high gear. I have so many new Tarte releases, like I hope you like Tarte. I have so many new Tarte releases that I've got to break them up into more than one video. It's nuts. So this is the Shape Tape. Tarte always has brands within brands, right? So this is the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Bronzer. It's actually called a Glow Bronzer. Comes in 2 shades and is $29. I have the shade Bronze. There's also a deeper shade. This smooths and softens. It includes a diamond powder. This is more reflective, to throw you off the trace, if there's any sort of fine lines or enlarged pores, it's supposed to blur them with its diamond powder. As opposed to the 2 Fenty products we're going to look at right now, the Fenty Toasted Swirl Bronze Shimmer Powder. That is a shimmer powder, just like this is called a glow bronzer. And this product by Fenty makes no bones about the fact that it is a bronzer and a highlighter, and it is a gold highlighter. This comes in 2 shades. So the Shape Tape, I think I told you, is $29. The Fenty is $42. It's a pricey little guy. And I was going to say how big it is, but it's not that big because my chocolate version came broken. Let me hold it up really carefully. I've already been in contact with Sephora, but I can't really, you see, can you guys kind of see that? So there's the netting underneath, so I'm kind of shaking because I don't want to drop it. There's the netting underneath, and there's the product. It's pretty thinly on there. That's the chocolate version. I'm going to show you some swatches and 2 different lighting in just a moment, so don't go anywhere. And here it is when it's in the pan, and this is the Pecan, which is a darker, more golden. We're going to try them both on. Look at that reflecting. And this is really, wow. Okay, so The Fenty is the most expensive one up here and the most reflective one as well. It's really taking it and putting it out there with that golden summer bronze. It's really a beautiful way to change up your bronzer. You know, you maybe tried a cream bronzer for the first time. This would be a good thing to add too in terms of trends. Let's look at all 4 of these swatches. I'll tell you the order they're in. Let's start in studio lighting first, inside, okay? We have the Huda Glowish in 01 light all the way left on my arm, followed by the new Tarte Shape Tape Glow Bronze. That's kind of in the middle. And then over there on the right, we have the 2 shades, both shades of the Fenty Toasted Swirl Bronze Shimmer Powder. On the left is the chocolate, kind of a champagne, and then the Pecan, which is a much more golden high impact shimmer. Because these are meant to be reflective and seen in the sun and really give you that tanned glow, you can use these on the body as well, of course. Let your imagination be your guide. But we really have to see these in the sunshine, and there's nothing better than the warm California sunshine. It is hot. It is almost triple digits Fahrenheit here in Southern California. Yikes. Take a look at these on my arm outside. It is really the warm California sunshine, the hot California sunshine actually. And then you can really see, look at those 2 Fenty products towards my wrist. Talk about shimmer. Okay, so as I told you, I have full makeup on, but I actually have no bronzer and I have no highlighter because I think we're going to get enough. So let's go ahead and try 1 and 1. We'll try the Huda and the Tarte, and then we'll try both Fenty's, right? I mean, I have 2 cheeks, so why not? So I got my mirror here. Let's start with the Huda Glowish, and I have 4 brushes so as not to contaminate. So here we go. Here is the Huda product, and I got my Sonia G brush here. This is light shade. You know, we're not really comparing like shades with this light shade. And I'm just doing kind of the perimeter of my face. And you're not going to tell too much of a difference, you guys, because it's a very light shade. It is a really subtle... this is the best for a subtle. If you don't want a really screaming shimmer, this is a good one for that. And very gentle. You could, of course, go darker in the shade. I'm just trying to give you an idea of texture. Now for the Tarte, we're going to put the Tarte on this side. This is a brand new product by Tarte, one of like 10 or 12. Honestly, they are on fire over there. And with this product, I don't like the packaging, by the way. This plastic, Tarte usually does a good job. This is plastic, and this obviously is plastic. It feels a little chintzy. I usually love their packaging. This one, but I got it on QVC, and QVC always sends you a brush. Yay! So let's use the QVC brush that came with it. And I'm going to try to go a little bit heavier handed. This is the lighter shade of the 2. And I'm just doing the perimeter of the face, the hair. This is a nice brush. You got to be careful down here because you really, I mean, you know, you don't want it to look like you have a beard. I mean, I don't want it to. If you do, go ahead. I'm going to even put some of this on the cheeks because I'm going to take it off in a moment. But so that is, these are a really kind of gentle, like you can really see the difference. I can see that in the viewfinder. I'm enjoying the Tarte a little more than the Huda. Could be just that I chose my Huda a long time ago in too light of a shade. Don't know. But you can see it reflecting, you guys. You can see it. It's a pretty way to wear bronzer. The question becomes, does it highlight texture while it's highlighting? So far, so good. These 2 products do not highlight texture. The Tarte is actually meant not to. I believe so is the Huda because it has the skincare components. But I worry about the Fenty. I've worried about the Fenty since I heard about its release. So let me take off these bronzers, touch up my foundation so that we have a good base, and let's get ready with the 2 Fenty's, both shades. I'm back, clean face. I really didn't even, I reapplied my foundation, but no blush. Let's just see what these Fenty are about, and I'm trying them for the first time with you. Okay, so the first one we're going to try is the Champagne Chocolate, but I have to be very careful because it arrived broken. And I have my Niji Pro from Sonia G, so let's just go in there. I'm using all clean brushes so nothing is contaminated. You did see the swatches, but let's give it a try. And the question I have is about texture. Now this is the lighter of the 2, you guys. And you know what? Interestingly enough, I'm seeing this more this is interesting because I'm applying it where I would apply a bronzer, but I feel like I'm applying highlighter instead of bronzer. It's highlighty. Like, to me, this would almost be, and I'm sure a lot of people will use it this way, a bronzer topper. I mean, look at that go. Let me see. Let me see. See that? I reapplied my foundation, but not my blush. Look at the difference. That side has nothing. So this feels like a really pretty golden highlighter, and definitely would be for anywhere from light medium to medium skin shades. I don't feel that it bronzed me though. Like, I miss the bronzer. I think it would be pretty over the bronzer. So I think actually in a moment we'll try that, okay? So we'll do this. I'll take it off again and we'll do more. Here is my other Sonia G brush, of course, the Hinoki, and here's the darker. Let's see if I feel that this would bronze, okay? Let's just see. With this one, we need to do some bronzer with it. Yes, this will definitely bronze because it's the darker shade. So let me just blend it. Yeah, that will definitely bronze. The other just highlighted. I even gave myself a little bit of a beard there, thinking it would just be highlighty, but just stay with me here. We'll get it blended. Okay, now that I feel I bronzed, and I'm sure you guys would agree. That one I feel I bronzed. This one needs a bronzer. You know what? Let's just do it right here. Let's just take this Tarte and actually just kind of go over. Let's just take the Tarte. I don't even need to take off the makeup. This one definitely bronzed on me. This is the darker of the two that did not arrive broken. This is the Pecan Swirl. This one bronzed. And it's actually quite pretty. We're going to try putting some bronzer over that one. And it's actually really pretty. It's a golden bronze. I think it does show a little bit of texture. Are you going to get a highlight product that doesn't, though? I mean, are we asking for a miracle? Yes, but are we going to get a miracle? No. All right, so we know the Tarte doesn't. So let's just try this with the Tarte. So the Tarte is bronzing, and that the you know, it's mixing with it. So this lighter one is no good to me except as a highlighter, you guys. Now I just put the Tarte over the gold of the chocolate swirler. Is it chocolate swirler? Yes, it is. And now we have, I'm a little more bronzed up, but I actually prefer, okay, if I'm going to use this as a highlight, kind of a blush topper or a highlight, I can use the chocolate swirler, and I'm a light, medium neutral. If I want to bronze, I want to use the Pecan Swirl. So what are you doing if you have a deeper skin tone than I do? Fenty is so inclusive. It's not like they made a product that can't be used by deep skin tones, obviously. That would not be very un-Fenty. But I'd like to know. That one definitely bronzed me, and I actually think it's quite pretty. I could have done it a bit more skilled, but we're just trying it out. That's definitely pretty. Maybe it shows a teeny bit of texture. It's highlighty, so you can ask for miracles, and the answer is no. But on this side, it needed some bronzer atop it. So I have so many questions. Let me get this mirror out of the way. I would say a few things. I need to hear from my viewers with deep complexions. Did you try the Pecan Swirl, and did that bronze for you as well? Or for you is it more of a kind of a blush topper or highlighter, as this would be the chocolate swirl for me? That's interesting. The Huda Glowish is, I think, the most reliable. It's really pretty and really flattering, and has just a little bit in it, just a little bit. If you want to kind of try in on the trend, this one has just a little bit. Tarte is making so many products. This is a pretty bronzer. You don't need it. I'm not excited by this bronzer. If you love that Amazonian clay Tarte, you know, and you want the smoothing and the diamond powder, and you're just a Tarte fan, by all means. But if you're looking to get in on the kind of glowing bronzer trend, this one doesn't excite me too much, to be totally honest. The Huda is great, and I'm loving the Pecan, the deeper of the two Fenty. I need to hear from various skin tones below, please. Let's talk about this trend. Should a bronzer stay matte? Does it need to stay in its lane? Could you tell me what you're thinking, please, princesses? I need to hear everything that you're thinking below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I am getting towards 10,000 subscribers, and I need your help to get there. So please help me out, and that way I can see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.